Hey folks, Mike with Iron Nation Garage. First off, I want to apologize. I haven't gotten a video up there in some time. It's been pretty busy here. I apologize for that. I'm trying to get back into videos. And at this point, we're going to do a video on a Westinghouse generator and oil change. Simple one. But I've gotten a lot of views on my Westinghouse generator unboxing. So we're going to do an oil change video on that one today. So hopefully you all like it. If you're not already subscribed, I'd really appreciate if you guys could subscribe. It means a lot to me, helps the channel. So hopefully you enjoy it. Check it out and see you at the end. So what I'm doing first on this, I'm actually doing this on the back of my truck because I'm using this for an event over the next couple weeks. So I just don't want to have to lift it on and off, and it allows me to stand and make it easier to work on. So first thing what you want to do is run this thing for 5 minutes, get the oil hot so it'll flow out a little bit easier. So run your generator for 5 minutes, and then we're going to drain the oil from there. So you guys already know, I'm sure, for a Westinghouse. Turn it on and fire it up. There you go. I'm going to zoom in on this, folks. So on your digital data center, you got a couple readouts here. That first one there is, the first one on there is 20 hours and 55 minutes. That is the amount of time with a full tank of gas, and I am not under load, that I have left remaining with fuel, okay? You'll see there's a button right here. Push that button, it goes to the next one. That's your power in kilowatts, how much it's pulling in kilowatts. Right now I have nothing hooked up, so that's your power output right there. So I have nothing pulling on that. Right there is liters. I have 12 liters of fuel remaining. And you can see this here, full fuel level over here. Fuel level right there. All right, so I'm at a full tank currently, so 12 liters of fuel remaining. This is a 3.4 gallon tank. I can tell you that right now, but so that's what that probably is in liters. And then if you come to this, that's your voltage, all right? Your voltage output right there. Again, I'm not under load right now, okay? And then this is the amount of hours. Your last one right here is your amount of hours that you have on your generator. So I have 139 hours on this generator on the last one. Then it'll recycle back to the beginning. 20 hours, 53 minutes on fuel. All right, power output, your liters remaining, your voltage, and then your total amount of hours on your generator. Hope that helps on that one. All right, we're gonna go ahead and power it off. Got about 5 minutes on there. Again, I'm on the back of my truck. Now, I'm not saying I recommend this, but you know, if you have a bad back, and you already have it on the back of your truck, or you could put it up on blocks on your stand, you could do that. I'm gonna take my cover off on this side here to access my oil drain. As you can see, this is your oil dipstick right here, and your oil drain is a 10 millimeter right where my finger's on right there. So I'm gonna pull everything off, all these bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there might be a 7th there. I'm gonna pull all these off, pull that top cover off, just to make it a little bit easier. As you can see, I'm using a T-wrench. It takes a 10 millimeter and just loosen them right up all around. 10 millimeter, or you can use a Phillips head too. So that's what I'm using, just so you guys can see that. All right, we have a couple more, I think. We got some Phillips heads, 1 and 2 on the back side here. And I think we're probably gonna have to take this one and maybe this one off too. We're gonna just process of elimination because those aren't pulling off just yet. All right, so as you guys will see, this cover's a little bit more difficult getting off at the top, so I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna leave it on. I can get what I need underneath here. Get some paper towels, and from what I've seen from other people on YouTube, maybe stick it down in there, because I think the inevitable is going to happen. You're gonna have a leak, so you might want to just preemptively, I'm sorry for the camera angle there, preemptively get yourself some towels in there. I'm using a water bottle. I've seen some other people do hoses. I'm going to do a water bottle. You can see I can get it underneath here and onto that 10 millimeter. Once we pull that 10 millimeter bolt out, I can get it on from there. So let's pull that out, and then we're going to put it into the water bottle. We may overfill it. Hopefully that's not the case, but that's why I have the paper towel there, and I'm going to have another oil pan as well. I'm going to do a nice close-up shot for everyone. So you can see we have our cover off. I have my water bottle ready here, and I have my pan. You guys can't see it right below us here. So we're going to, right on this little bolt right here, I know I'm zoomed in here, you can see. I have my paper towel underneath, 10 millimeter, okay? We're gonna start loosening. It's gonna drip a little bit before I can get the, before I can get my water bottle on it. So we gotta get the bolt out first and then quickly either get your hose or get your bottle on it as fast as you can, because it's gonna start draining. And here she goes. All right, it's going now. As fast as you can. All right, I'm in. See, it's filling the water bottle now. A little bit of leakage there, but we're filling. Pretty black. It's been running. Unfortunately, every 50 hours you're supposed to change the oil. I went a little bit longer than I should have, just because it's been in use with what I use it for with my restroom trailer business. So it's been getting used heavily. The oil's hot, so it's coming out nicely. Hopefully we don't fill this thing. And you always check, I have my old pan, we'll check for any metal shavings and whatnot. That's filling pretty good. Yep, that's working out good. So yeah, we'll get this filled and I'll take you guys past this. Once we get this filled, we'll move to the next section. One other thing, if you folks can see here, I'm gonna move you around. Your oil fill plug's right here. We're gonna loosen that and allow that basically to vent and allow more oil out. So we're taking that out right now. There's your dipstick. You can see it in the frame there. So that's gonna allow more venting and oil to come through. Put that down in our empty pan for a second. And she's filling up. All right, we're gonna slowly take off what we have, dump down. We're gonna get a little leakage. That's okay, I'll come back on. If I can get that off. There we go. It's just a little bit of a leak, not bad. We're gonna put that back on. Back on. There we go. All right, I've actually tilted it a little bit this way to try to get any remaining oil out into that water bottle, as you can see. So I'm just tilting the generator down a little bit. Again, I have it on the back of my truck. This is my method of doing it. Not saying it's right, but this is my method of doing it. Just to make sure I get all the oil out. Okay, we're gonna get our rag out of there. I'm gonna clean up whatever leakage we had. Here's our rag. Get this out. Yeah, it's pretty soaked, as you can see. That's our oil soaked rag there at the bottom. Just gonna put that right in there with it, down there. And I have more rags, where that came from. I'm gonna put that, clean up our mess here, down in here. We had more leakage down in there, clean it all up. Again, I think it's the inevitable, because you're gonna get a little bit from getting your hose or your bottle on there, whatever you're using. So we're just gonna clean that up. A little bit down in there, not too bad. All right. Get that all nice and clean. And again, I got my oil pan right underneath this. Put that right there. A little more. It's going smooth, folks, going smooth. And then before you know it, we'll be filling. I've got Mobile 1 10W30 going in right afterwards here. Okay, and look at that. We even have a little oil hole right underneath there. Yep, you can drain it right through there. So there's a little plug there. I don't know if you can see that plug. You can open that up and drain it down through that plug if you want as well. Another option for you. I didn't see that at the beginning, so I guess we could have did that from the get-go. My apologies. It's just to remove that plug and let it go down that way. It might have been the better method, folks. I apologize. Everyone does it a different way, right? Again, so you guess you can, I'll zoom in on that. So this little plug, that goes to the bottom. don't know if you can all see it. Look at my screen. There's a plug that goes down below underneath, and you can let that, I'll zoom in here after we get my hands cleaned up so you can all see what I'm talking about. And you could just let it drain as long as you hang it over something or put it up on blocks. Let's see what I'm talking about. I think we got most of our oil out there. That's good. All right. All right, we're gonna put our 10mm oil plug back in. Just be careful not to cross thread. Don't over tighten. You want to make sure it's snug. Don't over tighten. Okay, my T-wrench on that. Right here. That's good. Good. All right, that's perfect. Okay, let's see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. All right, in here, you can see, move it around here. Right here, see that plug hole? Here's your oil drain, 10mm, and you can go right down where I'm gonna come up with my finger, right down this hole. So you can take that and drain your oil right down that hole. And your plug is right here. That goes down here, plugs that up. So you could do a setup here like me. I've got a pan underneath the truck, or you could put it up high and drain it, or put it up on blocks and then drain your oil directly down through there. I didn't see that at the beginning of the video, folks. I apologize. So that's another option for you. Okay, you got that drain port right there. Next, we're gonna be filling oil right through there. Okay, here's our oil. You guys don't see if we see any metal shavings. Not seeing anything. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Not bad. All right, I'm using a basic funnel, folks. Just make sure the tip is able to fit in that hole in there. And you can see that on this guy, if I pull it out there, mine fits in there. And we're just gonna slowly fill with our 15W, I'm sorry, our 10W30. So, and also make sure you clean your funnels out before you put fresh brand new oil in. That is a good habit to get into. Clean them out, make sure they're nice and clean so you're not putting any debris into your engine, okay? Clean them out. All right, folks, so we are using a 10W30 Mobil 1 synthetic 4-stroke engine oil that we're going to use for this. This one calls for 20.3 ounces of oil. I'm going to measure everything out in this. This goes to 18 ounces, so we're just going to do we're going to do 10 twice. So fill it up to 10 twice, and it'll put us right there, right around 20.3, okay? So we're going to top this off, and then we're going to fill it in. All right, here's the first 10 ounces going in, folks. Got my funnel in there, and we're just going to go nice and slow. And make sure your drain plug's into, it's tightened and secured, okay? We're going to do our first 10 ounces. I like to measure it out so we have it exact. I'm going to do right at 20 because there might be some residual that didn't make it out. And then we do have an oil dipstick with this generator model, so we can check it on the dipstick once we have our 20 ounces in there to see roughly where we're at. Yeah, I didn't see too many people on YouTube doing videos of, you know, filling it, the oil fill hole and all that, and explaining, because it's nice that they put a decent sized port at the oil fill, depending on what funnel you have. And you know, you might be getting ready to do an oil change, and maybe you don't have a funnel that'll come out this far. You know what I mean? So it's good to maybe watch a video ahead of time to make sure you have everything you need before you get going on to the project. So, all right, here goes our other 10 ounces. That'll bring us right up to 20 ounces. And again, just fill slowly. I would get an extended funnel. Just make sure the tip is not too large and it's able to get into that oil fill port. I got my little guy Lucas searching for stuff here, so I apologize for the background noise. Trying to make videos and also be a father to my little guys all at the same time. All right. We are topped. That's 20 ounces in there now. We're gonna let that settle, and then we'll check the dipstick here in a second. So what you might run into is when you fill up to that, folks, when you pull your funnel out, it's gonna leak a little bit. That's fine. Just I have my port open, I have my pan at the bottom, but we're gonna top it off here and get my funnel out and then plug it up with the dipstick. All right, here we go, it's leaking. All right, let's get that plugged up.
Daddy?
Try not to cross thread.
Daddy?
Hold on, I'm making a vid. I know, I'm making a video. Okay, got it threaded right, not cross threaded at all. And we are secure with the oil fill plug. All right, we'll wipe up our mess. Probably run it in a little bit. Well, actually, yeah, we have our 20 ounces in there, so we're good. All right, next step. We've got our oil plug back in. Oil plug's in, drain plug's back in. We got to put our plastic cover back together now. All right, folks, it is done. We got all this back together. Remember, 10 millimeter and a Phillips head. That's all you need. And then this little cover, that will go right back in here, and then you're set, okay? Again, oil drain, oil fill, okay? 20.3 fluid ounces of 10W30 is what I used. So it's I used a Mobile One synthetic. And let it run about 50 hours and then change your oil all over again, okay? That's what it calls for. So that is it with this. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, just leave a comment in the comment line. If you could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And if you leave a comment, I do respond to all my commentators. So again, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.